guys, happy Taco Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tori. Nice to meet you. So as school is beginning for me, I will actually be reading a lot more of the Bible, which is super cool because that means more videos to come. I was working on the book of Job by myself within the last week, and I have learned so much about God and the world and judgment and how to be a servant, how to be patient. And so because of all of these really cool things, I wanted to share just 3 of the things that I learned from the book of Job with you guys. This hopefully will give you a little bit of an understanding of what's going on, and maybe it'll encourage you to go ahead and try reading the book yourself. So Job has 42 chapters. There's a prologue and an epilogue, and it all starts with this man named Job. He's a righteous guy, very close to the Lord, is sort of a target for Satan. So Satan kind of challenges the Lord, and he's like, you know, Job's only faithful to you because you've blessed him abundantly. I bet if I messed up his life, he would curse you to your face. And the Lord is like, dude, Job is so faithful to me. That would never happen. So go ahead, do what you want to Job, but I know that he will stay faithful to me. He won't turn from me. And so thus the story of Job begins with everything being taken away from him. He has this moment of surrender, which leads me to point number 1. The first thing we can learn from Job in this moment is to give thanks to God even when we have nothing. Job 1 verses 21 reads, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." In this moment, we see Job's faithfulness and his humility. Faithfulness being the understanding that this is not the end, and humility being he knows where he stands, that he is a servant to God first, and even though the Lord gave him all these blessings, the Lord had every right to take them away. All right, so the second thing I learned comes kind of later in the story. So basically, the rest of the book of Job is essentially Job speaking to 3 of his friends who are trying to talk to Job about what's happening in his life right now. Their names are Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. And they are really stuck on this idea that Job is actually in a lot of sin. They say things like, oh, well, it's definitely your fault. Of course these things happen to you. Maybe you're not as righteous as you said you were. Job, bad things, God doesn't let bad things happen to righteous people. So maybe you're in a lot of sin and, you know, God's punishing you for something that you did. But this was all very wrong because if you remember, Job was said to be an upright, righteous man, very in tune with his relationship with the Lord. And so needless to say, all of this reveals the important point that the world and Satan's schemes are unjust, but our God is not. I think sometimes when bad things happen to us, we can get really caught up in the world's judgment of us, what the world has decided to throw at us, what Satan has decided to tempt us with. But something really important for us to remember is that our God is faithful and our God is just, and that if injustice has taken place, that he will deliver us from that suffering that we're having as a result of the world. Suffering is inevitable, but at least you'll be doing it with God's help. And he will make sure everything is just at the very end. So he is the ultimate judge, and that is just an important thing we can learn from the book of Job. So the third thing I learned from the book of Job, when God finally decides to speak in chapter 38, is that God is so big. In Job 38:4, those are some of God's first words to Job, and he just says, where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? He's the God that decided when the ocean stops. He's the God that decided where the eagle was going to fly to. Our God is beyond anything we can comprehend. And let me tell you, after reading chapters 1 through 37 and up to 38 of just these people talking and not hearing from God at all, and then having his entrance come in like that, dude, I have never felt more small or more grateful to be underneath such a powerful, amazing being. So at the end of Job, everything he had times 2 is restored to Job, including the years of life that he gets to live. Essentially, God undoes the wrong that Satan had done in Job's life due to Job's faithfulness. I absolutely love this line in Job 42:1 where Job speaks and he just says that, God, I know that your plans cannot be thwarted by anything. And so that just proves how powerful God is, that even though Satan messed up Job's life, that God was able to restore everything that Job had lost and give him even more. And that is the kind of life that I want to live. So in conclusion, that is the book of Job, you guys. It's a very good read, super impactful. Even if you just read the parts where God is talking just to get a glimpse of how grand he is, I would definitely check that out for sure. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at MyGodMoments for more Jesus in your feed, and if you're curious to see more behind the scenes for my YouTube videos. Don't forget to subscribe. I post Christian related content every Taco Tuesday, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I love you all so much, and bye!